Yo, what's going on? DJ Frank J of RIDG Gaming. How's everyone doing out there? Today we're going to make one of our hats for our Halloween drop. I am going to do some applique style. I'm going to show you guys two hats that we've done so far. So we got Friday the 13th. Oh, wrong side. And we got Freddy Krueger on the front, little applique style with Never Sleep Again. One of theme from the song, a saying from the song. And we're gonna be making this hat today on the camera. So with our brand on it, check it out. So this was the original, which I like the letterings, but if you guys can see, it looks like 666, which we don't ride that way, so
we are not about that life.
We're not about that life, so we can't make that a drop. So I had to redigitize, and that looks way better.
Yeah, honestly, I do like how this came out,
and I like the way that looks too. So we got that. So first thing we got to do is cap the hat, hoop the hat. So let's go right over here. So we're using the Gen 2 hoop. So we grab a little pre-cut backing. This helps stabilize the hat. Do I need it for this hat? Probably not, but it's been coming out clean using it, so I figured why not continue to use it. So while I'm hooping, I just want to give you guys a reason why I decided to do these hats. So it kind of started with the Friday the 13th hat. I enjoy 80s horror movies. I grew up on them. Probably shouldn't have watched them back then, but you know, the 80s were different, kind of built different back then. So I was just like looking up to see if there was going to be a Friday the 13th in October, and there was, and I was just like, oh, let me see if I can find some material, because we were getting into applique, as you can see. Little jersey here, RIDG, and then on the back, little applique style. So I decided to get some fabric off Etsy, and sure enough, you know, got a little Elm Street. It has Elm Street and his claws, and this has Jason masks and knives and whatnot. But I figured let's do a Friday the 13th drop, and then from there it escalated to let's do a Halloween horror drop with 80s and some 90s characters. So that's where we're at right now. So the first thing I got to do is put this cap on here.
We will be doing the embroidery on the RICOMA 1501. This thing has been a pretty sweet, solid purchase for the boys so far.
So far, thank God. Next, we got to load the image. So right now I'm unlocking it. Next, we got to find a file. We don't need that bad boy in there. It should be, so we go to File, into our machine, and we are looking for the outline, because we're going to do the outlines of each character. So our first step is going to be line it up. So we're going to go ahead and do a big trace, see if we like where it's the areas. We're going to use the seam as our center, which is nice that we have a seam. Look at that, it's already on there. Now we're going to do the manual trace, make sure we're not going to hit anything. I think I'm gonna move it up just a little bit on the hat. Let's go ahead and move it up just a little bit, right about there. Unlock it, and we're gonna do another big trace. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that. And we'll do another manual slow trace.
Always make sure you guys do this every single time, just to make sure you're not gonna be hitting anything, because you will break a needle very fast.
Very fast. All right. Next, we're just gonna go ahead and hit start. So what we're doing right now, we're putting a tack down stitch. There you go. Thank you.
Tack down stitch.
Tack down stitch. So we know where to put our material at.
Frank's been working on a few of these too, so he's got the process down.
Yes, I have been. This was pretty much for the video, so the best thing to do is do a few practice ones, before you go live on, to try to avoid any type of mishaps, but
there will be plenty of mishaps.
yes. So now it's going to pop out because we have it set up in the system as an F, so that's called frame out. So when it's done doing a run and I want it to frame out, it'll pop out, which then allow me to snip these little long out, which is just one. Next, we're gonna put so this hat's for Tara. She wanted Ghostface, Jason, and Michael Myers on hers, and in that order. So first we'll get Ghostface, then we're gonna take the spray adhesive. This is just so it helps from moving. And then we're gonna line it up in that square, or rectangle I should say.
And what we really like about these hats is you don't have to be exactly perfect on each one. And it almost comes out looking better, and they're all a little bit more unique.
And that's another good thing, is everything's gonna be unique. Most hats are gonna be one of a kind, which is also a nice niche, I would say. And then one more. All right, so then we're just gonna go ahead and hit start. It's gonna frame out again because I was gonna do it one character at a time, but then I decided that we can just run all three of them. So, and it's okay if it's off. Like we said, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's just kind of the area you want the picture in.
I mean, they're still going to be fairly straight and everything. It's just you're not stressing about having it exactly just perfect.
Correct. Let's see, is it going to frame out again? Yep. So then we're going to do the last layer, which is your applique or outside seam. This is going to take a little bit.
So what's the border on this one?
What's this border? This border is called, I have to look it up. Let me look it up. So the first border around the Ghostface, that is called a mimic marrow. The one that's going to go around Jason is called an E-stitch. And the one that's going to go around Michael Myers is called a tackle twill. So originally I was just going to put one character per hat. But then when I went ahead and made this one just to kind of look at the borders, we actually liked the way it turned out. So we went ahead and made an executive decision and decided we were just going to do 3 characters per hat.
They've come out really nice.
They come out really nice, and it's not really that long of a process to get these done.
This one still needs some cleanup, but
yeah. That's the latest one, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so now we're on our last run. These last 2 runs are pretty quick. That's why Swain missed the mark.
I kind of dropped the ball on that one.
On the middle one, the E-stitch. So that completes the front of the hat.
Now, are you doing these little lines on them too? Oh yeah, you're doing it right now.
Yep.
So is that?
So these are all one of one, right? So that's why they have the gold. So each design that has a different character combination, I'm gonna put the little gold one on there, so they're unique to that.
Gotcha.
So we gonna have to keep track of that, because once that's done, once we have made all the characters one of ones, like special ones, then we'll just go ahead and make them just the regular silver color on the little sides.
Now, did you get any inspiration for doing these little tack down?
Yeah, so our buddy Adam kind of made that suggestion, like, hey, people really like the one-on-one, the uniqueness of of stuff. So you should try something like that. So that's kind of where I got the idea from.
Yeah, I really like how it looks too. It's kind of cool.
So if you buy a hat that has the gold one, the gold little notches on them, then that means you got a unique one. Or you got the first one of that set. Let's put it that way.
Yes, sir. And these hats will be going to our friends over at the Dead Wrath and Beyond podcast. I've been helping record their podcast and get that going for them. So these will be on their podcast hopefully in the near episode.
And theirs are going to be extra unique because they got to pick which characters they wanted. The rest that we put online, you're not gonna get to pick, unfortunately, unless you email us and say, hey, I'll pay a premium for that. So
Or if you want the boys to sponsor you, hey, we'll make it happen.
We can make that happen.
Just
that is true. That is true.
Hello.
All right, the hat just finished.
I got 905 meters today.
And we got a little cleanup to do, which is normal.
Yeah, so.
I don't think you can ever really get away from doing the cleanup.
No, you can't. There's always going to be some sort of cleanup. Especially since we're so new to it. We're still learning the tension. We're still learning a bunch of stuff on it. But now we're going to do the side of the hat. So now we got to hoop the side. This other hoop for the sides from the Hoop Tech, which is the Gen 2 makers.
How's the workability of this hoop been so far for you?
It's been good. I'm really glad we made that purchase for this. I wish I would have known that when we bought the kit that I would have noticed that there was a larger side hoop.
Oh.
There is a larger one that's a little bigger. So, and there's also one for bucket hats. So,
future purchase.
yeah, because you're looking at, if we were to get the new side one and the bucket hat one, we're probably going to drop a good almost $600. So, alrighty. So now we're going to do the side of the hat. It's going to say RIDG.GG. We had to redigitize it, as we said earlier, because we don't want it to look like 3 6s. So now we're going to have to unlock this.
And normally we sew tags for our branding on the back of the hats, but this time we're doing the side embroidery. RIDG.GG, if you guys don't know, is our website. So if you guys want to check out some of the stuff we do between RIDG Customs and RIDG Gaming, that's our home for everything there. We have our online store there we're trying to push, and we're actually doing pretty well. We just almost sold out in a limited edition launch of some shirts we did, so we're super stoked with that.
Yeah.
Got to give props to the boy Swain for coming up with that design. He killed it. We'll probably speed through this during the video because this is probably going to take a little bit. So right now we're getting close to finishing up the red lettering, and then our decimal point in the middle, or period I should say, not decimal point. Our period is going to actually be a X that I pulled from a different font that we used. So sometimes when you make mistakes, it kind of works out.
Yeah. Last but not least, we got the dot, which is going to be an X for the RIDG.GG. And this thing's about finished up. There it is. Now we just need to do a little bit of cleanup.
There you have it. We'll get some pictures on when we're done cleaning up. But thank you guys. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all. Give and give, give and serve, give and pray, grace and gratitude, give and fit. Peace.